Today, we have a new operator today. We're going to see how that all works out. Clips on the wrong side. Do we have any eyeballs yet, Susie?
No.
Okay. Perfect. Da-na-na-na, dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Ma-na-ma-na, dee-dee-dee-dee.
But I see you on my.
Ma-na-ma-na, dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Oh, I heard me. I heard me singing.
I can hear and see you on.
I heard.
Well, I can't see you.
I heard me singing though. All right, everybody. Everybody. The eyeballs are coming. The eyeballs are coming. I'm coming to the screen too. I need my notes. And then, okay. Everybody, come on, dance and sing. Everybody, get up and do your thing. Hey, we were singing Everybody Organize before, weren't we? You know what, Susie, you might have to zoom this camera. I don't know. What does it look like on your screen?
It looks okay. You can see the top.
You can see everything? Okay. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Tuesday Live, and I'm so excited today because Susie is back in the house, and Leanne is here today too. So we're back with our full crew. If I can just get my technical self organized here so I can see what's going on. There's Leanne. She's already popped up. I see you and hear you on YouTube. I have glasses galore here today. Shouldn't have a problem with that. All right, everybody. Come on, dance and sing. All right, big news today. All of the Slide Station Store is in stock. I got a ton of questions about after last week, after I talked a little bit about it, but it's all in stock. It is our featured product line this week, so it's 20% off. And I'm going to talk about the questions that I got were about other uses and could I show that. And so I just told Susie, hey, I got to run in the house and grab some Slide Station Store. So I have a few things with me here today. But in terms of announcements, Slide Station Store on sale all week, 20% off. Tomorrow, there is, for those of you who are on the email list, you are going to get a 26% off the most expensive item in your basket. So it's one item is going to be 26% off. So you could save an extra 6% on slides on one of the Slide Station Store things tomorrow, which is probably fine. I will just tell you, the number 3 is in shortest supply. So if you are desperately in need of the number 3 size, and I'll show you all of them a little bit later, I wouldn't wait on that. But for every other size, I think you're going to be totally fine. Knock on wood. To wait and get that low. It's only 6% off. Uh-oh. Susie says, uh-oh.
Weird. They're saying sound is weird.
Sound is weird. What does that mean? We can't hear this.
A little tinny. Hang on.
What does it sound like? Is it tinny? No? You don't?
Coughing.
What do you think, Leanne? Can you hear clearly? She says, I see you and hear you. We have brand new microphones today. New mic.
It sounded okay to me.
So it might just be
hollow. Sounds tinny.
Huh.
Somebody else is saying it isn't clear.
Leanne says,
somebody else says I hear you okay.
Yeah, Leanne says hers is clear also. I wonder if there's something getting picked up somewhere that's, hang on, I'm going to check one thing. So this is a weird thing. Oh, that camera's not connected, so that shouldn't matter. That camera, so I'm going to turn off the overhead camera today because that might be part of the problem.
Well, let's try turning it off, Ann.
All right. All right, everybody. You're going to get the full shot here.
Oh, no.
I'm right in front of I'm going to turn this off today. We thought we were going to get to use our overhead camera today, but if that, uh-oh, what does that say on the screen? It's never easy. Well, that's not, I think I put it on record. I didn't turn it off. Don't look up my skirt, everybody. Okay, here we go. Power. Well, it won't turn off. Shoot. Why won't it turn off? Power.
Nice view here.
I know. You got a nice view of my sandals.
Your golf.
Camera
Your
output
tan.
during 4K movie shooting. We're not 4K movie shooting. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, everybody. Is there? Oh, let's just unplug it from your sit.
Oh God.
Susie's been afraid of that all morning. Look, the one time. Okay, so the blue cord. I'm gonna unplug the blue cord. All right. Okay, tell us if that sounds any better. We took off the one camera. Whew, that was exciting. All right, everybody. I wonder if that might be because we did have to. Technology. Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody. All right, we're doing our best.
Nope.
For the
still
sound.
Penny.
Shoot. What could
Nope, no change.
Okay, let me just look. Maybe
Not
this.
better.
Okay. Maybe the. Let me look at your
But
microphone.
Some people are saying it's okay.
Okay, let me look at your mic settings right here now. Let's see. Settings. Audio. Black Magic. Oh, here we go. There is no option on this one. Audio output. Audio input is Black Magic. Audio output. Boy, I don't know. I don't have any idea. We will work on it. We'll have to kind of deal with it today, I guess. And then I'll listen back and see if we can't figure out why it sounds bad. So I apologize for that.
Somebody said,
Oh, your mic sounds a little loud.
move the mic a little further away from your face.
I don't know. That would be kind of an odd deal for a
Down
lapel mic. We'll try it, though. There isn't a volume control on the mic. Is that better at all? We'll try it. All right. Okay. So, Slide Session Store, 26% off one item tomorrow, $5 Friday this week. And it looks like there's going to be some great items on the $5 Friday. So don't miss out on that. Keep an eye on your email for that. All right. Den Hughes asked, for the live, please. I'm after the Edna Buddy bags in the UK, but can't seem to find them anywhere. Are they being discontinued? Are there other suppliers that currently ship to the UK? Thank you. Edna Buddy bag not being discontinued, one of our most popular bags ever. If they aren't available on the Totally Tiffany website, and you should look. So we are in this transition of shipping. Oh, yeah. If they're scrapbook.com ships to the UK, they probably have them because they're stocked by the US warehouse. So scrapbook.com is a good option. Craft Stash UK is just now agreed to pick up the line of Totally Tiffany, and so you'll be able to buy a lot of Craft Stash there once we get them launched with the line. They're going to focus on UK and Europe, so hopefully you'll be able to get everything there. In the short term, I think scrapbook.com, who does ship overseas, I don't know what their overseas rates are. I should look into that, actually. Maybe Susie could check. And it might be good to get a couple of crafting buddies if you do have to pay expensive shipping from scrapbook.com in the short term. Maybe if a bunch of you or a couple of you order all of your things together from there, and then you could divide up the shipping costs, and that might feel a little bit better, like you're not. So I apologize. If I ruled the world, everybody would be able to get everything everywhere. How about that? All right. So let's talk about Slide Stash and Store.
For president.
That's right. I'd have to be the supreme overlord of the world, though, to get everybody shopping in. Yeah. No, Leanne asked about adjusting the volume too. Okay, let's talk about Slide Stash and Store. All of these are the different sizes of Slide Stash and Store, and they all work for all these different craft supplies, right? And you have seen me, if you've been watching Tuesday Live, pull them off and on the shelf all the time with everything from punch boards to yarn to buddy bags loaded in them. But the thing that people ask me about was under the counter storage. So if this is what it looks like underneath your kitchen counter or your bathroom counter, it probably doesn't look quite so neat. It probably looks more like this. And every time you want something that you reach to the back to get, you knock over something else. And usually it's something like Comet that spills out everywhere, or these guys leak or whatever. That's a pain in the neck, right? So the Slide Stash and Store, the 3 sizes that I used, which was the question, and what did I put in each one of them? This is the number 6. This is the number 5. This is the number 4. Put my things back. So, and you can label them on the front. You can write on the front of them with your Sharpie if you want. But when I need something from this, maybe I need Lime Away, I can just slide this out, grab the Lime Away, push it back in under the counter with whatever I need. So I'm not knocking things over. They're not spilling everywhere. When I need to clean out underneath the cabinet, instead of having to take out, 20 bottles and jars and wipe that down, if something did spill, I can just pull out the, 3 trays, clean the cabinet, and put the 3 trays back. So under the counter for chemicals, or in your, so I have some cabinets in my laundry room that also have this kind of items in them. They're perfect in there. Anything where the cabinet is deep, right? Like under your kitchen cabinet, under your bathroom cabinet, it's hard to reach into. That is where these really shine. So this is 6 by 4, right? The fatter one is, they're kind of in reverse order, 6 by 4. Great for under the counter. These are kind of the varieties of products that are going to fit under the counter storage. And then in the bathroom, I use the smaller ones. I just grabbed one. It's as much as I could carry. But the same thing, right? You've got all these little things that you don't need out on the countertop all the time, or that you buy extras of, like if you're Costco. So my husband and I have separate sinks, and he doesn't really have anything under his sink but his shaving kit. So that is where I use these to store. Like when I buy toothpaste at Costco, I get 5 tubes of toothpaste. When you buy soap at Costco, you get 2 big boxes of soap, right? Any of that kind of stuff. So under his cabinet are Slide Stash and Store, and that's kind of all the like backstock extra things that are there. So the things I use the most are in the very front. So when I slide this out, it's easy to grab. Those are the front things, and then the things I use the least in the back. But under your bathroom cabinet, under your kitchen cabinet, in your utility room, the number 6 is the one that also holds toilet paper. That was another question I got, was which one is best for toilet paper, and it's the number 6, and it will hold, I think it's 6 rows of Costco toilet paper. I was going to try and pull one of those out too, but my arms are only so big. I should have had Suzi come into the house with me. We could have rounded up. You would not believe. I mean, these things they're everywhere. They're in the garage. I mean, they're all over my craft room. They're in the garage. They're in the kitchen. They're in the bathroom. So, but 20% off all of them. If you aren't sure, if you're like, I don't know that I really use that, or it would really work for me, there is one bundle where you get 1 of each. So there's of the 6 of them.
Try moving the mic further away. People are saying when you turn your head, it doesn't sound so bad.
When I turn my head away from the mic?
When you turn your head away, when you were reaching into the shelves, it sounded better.
All right. How about that? Maybe the mic is too good. I don't know. And I don't think there's no volume control on the mics at all. So let me know if that's better, lower, further away.
Okay.
Is that good?
I haven't heard nothing's popped up yet.
All right. Jeannie Colson says, is there any benefit to having a digital catalog and a paper catalog? Absolutely. And maybe the easiest way to do that is to just take a picture of your paper catalog and have it with your phone. The reason I recommend if you're a physical catalog is because things are their actual size, right? That is the biggest problem with the digital catalog is you don't know. So if you're stamping out images or even photocopying images of your stamps, or you're cutting dies, or you're using your punches to create your catalog, you're getting things that are their true size. Once you make that digital, right, it's on a small screen, so you don't really know without putting something like on a ruler or on a grid like this, what size it is when you're looking at it digitally. So The advantage to a digital catalog is that you have it with you everywhere you go. So if you're shopping and you say, oh, I want to buy this new, sunshine punch, you can go to your catalog and say, do I already, what sunshine punches do I have? It's just a matter of knowing what the sizes are. So digital is valuable because it's fast, easy to search. It's valuable because you can take it around with you. The regular catalog is the thing that's going to give you the actual size, the actual color. Again, color is another thing with your catalog. But a good remedy might be just to take pictures of your catalog pages, your physical catalog pages, and then the items on that page would give you a good sense of how big each thing was. So if you were out shopping or you were at an event and you're thinking, oh, I'm going to use this other stamp when I get home, that kind of thing, then it would be good. I mean, that would be a good way to do it, is to just take physical pictures of your actual catalog. There is some cataloging software out there to do this type of thing. The problem with it is, my understanding is that getting the manufacturer updates on everything to keep things current is kind of the challenge for that. So it is something. No, it does exist. Like digital cataloging stuff does exist.
For you.
Yes, Susie has a question.
Okay, let's see. It is Donna Pierce is asking, when will the Katya Buddy Bag be back in stock?
The Katya Buddy, so here's what's happening. We are transitioning all this stuff on the Totally Tiffany website back to being shipped out of the US warehouse, which means there's a lot of back end work that gets done on the website. As we run out of stock in the UK, if the US has stock, then it gets filled in. So if the Katya Buddy Bag is out of stock today, it might be back in stock tomorrow if there's stock in the US warehouse and it just hasn't been transitioned over yet. It is something we are still making. It will definitely be back in stock. If you're a US, if we don't have it on our website and you are in the US and you like scrapbook.com, they usually have everything. Stephanie Bernard, the Stamps of Life, carries a lot of product as well. Since they get stocked out of our warehouse, that if we have it in the US warehouse, they have it. So I apologize. It's going to be a rough transition for the next few months as we start ordering and inventorying things differently to get that stock. And then, of course, people in the UK won't have access to much Totally Tiffany at all, only currently what's on the Crafter's Companion website. But like I said, we are working with Craft Stash to get them on board so that they could carry the whole thing so people all over Europe can order through Craft Stash. So fingers crossed, it won't be, I think it's going to be a little bit long and painful, but I think it's all going to kind of work out in the end. So I apologize for the inconvenience. I know it is.
I've got another one for you.
Okay, Susie has another question.
Sheila Scott is asking, what is the best way to store blending brushes? Domes and handles and round sponges that are cut into pie slices.
So a lot of people are loving the silicone tray, and I'm going to talk so that while you're listening, you know that I'm still with you, and I'm going to look again for my silicone tray, which is something that Crafter's Companion made, but other companies made them as well. And there is a picture on the website of somebody who used, sorry, I wish I remembered her name. I should write it down. Who used the paper taker, this one of the smaller ones, to put her blending brush silicone tray into, and it worked like a charm. And I had one of those. Oh, I think I see it. Yes. Ha. Found it. Now, if I can just track down a blending brush, we are going to be in such good shape. And I am going to leave this whole setup on my back counter. Okay. And we're going to figure out which paper. Okay, so I keep brushing my mic. I hope that's not it. So she took one of these trays. This is just a little silicone insert in a plastic tray. And I think yeah, I think it's a 5x7. So now I don't know how many sizes these trays come in. So hers might have been a little bit. Let's go 8x8. This one's really big. Yeah, I'm pretty sure her tray, I know it wasn't that roomy. I'm gonna take this tray out. Let's see what happens if I do this. So she had one of these silicone trays. Maybe it is this one. Oh yeah, look. Okay, she put it in upside down like that. So she loaded her silicone tray with her brushes. This is the 5x7 paper taker, and I took the tray out. So she took her tray like this, loaded it up with her silicone brushes. I finally got my stuff back from the show, but not all of it. Line them all up, and then she carries it that way, pulls it out, sets it like this, and then she has access to her brushes that way. Right? I think they're easier to put in this way too. But anyway, so stand and brushes, easy. For the pie-shaped, there's a couple of things that happen with your blending brushes and the foam shapes that you use with them. And that is depending on what you're using them with. So this size ink, right? This size ink pad. This one's in the wrong place, but that's okay. This one goes with green. We'll put it in the right place now. So this is the ink pad. This is the ink. And I just put them in, this is a Shelly Buddy bag. So I have the ink pad and the ink right together. And I slide the ink pads between the tray and the bag. So they stay in place right there. And if there's ink on them that gets rubbed off on the bag, it's really easy to clean it off, right? So different types of ink and different types of pads will store differently if you're storing them together. If you just want to store them all in one buddy bag, like you just have a bunch of different, the pie-shaped ones that Susie was talking about, or asking about, it all depends on the size and shape of them, which bag you'd want to put them in. So if you give me a little bit more information on that, then I will be happy to try and address that specific size and how you're using them. So if they may just be all like this size. No, she said pie shape. So no, give me the size and I'll help. You might be able to just line up the pie shaped ones again in the Shelly Buddy bag or in the Teresa Buddy bag, also kind of one up, one down. So just give me the dimensions and I'm happy to take a better stab at that question. Okay, let's see. Renee Sparrow says, is there a difference between the number 6 and the vinyl roll organizer? Yes. So here's the 6. I'll pull it off here, it'll be easier. And here is the VRO. So the VRO is significantly thinner, right? And I don't know if you can see, it's a little bit taller and narrower. So I wonder, I don't have an empty VRO. If you didn't have a lot, if we're talking about chemical storage under your sink, and you didn't have nearly as many things as I have, you might be able to go, it's not a great, well, see, it kind of sticks in there because it's a little bit too wide. So, yeah, so the vinyl roll, if you're thinking chemicals, it's too narrow. Concept is exactly the same. If that's your question, conceptually, one gave birth to the other. That's the idea of being able to pull them in and out, exactly. But the size, depending on what you're trying to store. And again, if you tell us what you're trying to store, we're happy to make a recommendation on which size would be best.
I've got a whole bunch of questions.
Okay, Susie's got a bunch of questions.
I got 2 in a row on slide station or the storage and supply case.
Okay.
Deborah Kantner is asking any update on the 3-drawer storage and supply case. And then we have Kimberly Cade asking about when will the 8-drawer storage and supply case be back in stock.
So in stock questions, I don't have an answer for. I wish I did. I just can't get that information as much as I ask for it. But I think the 8 drawers in stock in the US, if you're asking about stock, if you can put that in your thing like US or UK, and then I can better answer the question. I think the 8 drawer is in stock now, which means scrapbook.com is going to have it. Stephanie carries it. The Stamps of Life carries the 8 drawers designed around her mini ink pads, actually. So she's always got it if it's in stock. If you're in the UK and it's not showing up as available, you are probably going to have to order it from scrapbook.com because it's Crafter's Companion probably won't have it on their website, and there is no TT UK website. I'm sorry about that, but it hasn't been discontinued or anything, so it should definitely be back. All right. And what other question did you ask me?
Sorry, I was thinking it is out of stock on your website.
Oh.
The 8 drawer and the 3 drawer.
Oh, the 3 drawer. Yeah, I don't have an answer for that either. I've been pushing to get that into production for 18 months. I think it's going to come out in late summer is the last rumor that I heard, but I haven't gotten a concrete date on that. I'm sorry.
Okay, and then I was at the CKC vendor fair last weekend, and Be Creative was there, but didn't know anything about the new zipper bags. Oh. Will they be getting any?
The zip and store bags we do not have those in the US at all, which means that Be Creative, scrapbook.com, Stephanie Bernard, they don't have them. We may bring them in. Those are available on the Totally Tiffany website. They're available on the Crafter's Companion website. We may bring them in the US. I don't, but it'd be a minimum of 6 months before we got them US based. So at some point they may show up here. They are currently not on order for the US distribution at all. So if you want them, order them from the TT site or the Crafter's Companion site, because nobody in the US is going to have them for at least 6 months.
Okay. Sean Kennedy Lee is asking, I've been waiting for the big black craft binder to be back in stock. Is this tied up in the warehouse move as well, or has it been discontinued?
Again, stock question. I can't help you. I feel horrible about this, right? Like I used to just have all that information right at my fingertips. I knew when things were coming. I knew when they would be here. I'd let you pre-order it. Yeah, I don't know. I do think they have them in the US warehouse. So if you look at scrapbook.com, if they're in stock, scrapbook.com probably has them. And the scrap rack is moving to the US. One of the problems was shipping it out of the UK, and the expense of those binders are huge as well. So they're difficult to ship at any sort of reasonable rate. So you will see all the scrap rack stuff, and especially National Scrapbook Day. For those of you who need scrap rack stuff or thinking about scrap rack, National Scrapbook Day is going to be a good day to take advantage of some specials on that. Everything that we have in stock in the US warehouse, that is all items, should be ready to go and on the website by National Scrapbook Day. Which is for Saturday, May. For those of you who don't know, great day to shop the sales there. All right, look like Leanne had another question here too. Carolyn says, does the album fab file fit the current size of Creative Memories 12 by 12 album, and when will this be back in stock? I have Creative Memories albums. They're the same ones I've always had. I don't know if they changed their size or not, but if they haven't, maybe Terry Wiegand, if you're on today, you could answer that question. If Creative Memories has not changed their album size, the album fab file was designed to fit in that album. That is the album that I use. So after we came out with that, then people said, what about those of us who use 3-ring? And then, so the 3 rings are longer, but I'm trying to see here if I have That's that one. I had another, maybe it's in the house again, but is this one? Okay, so this is not Creative Memories. So this is the album fab file. These are strap hinge books versus, no, these are post bound 12 by 12 albums, right? So I've got, they look like this on the inside. I've got 3 of them in this, or no, 2, sorry, 1. So, and this one's even different again, but they fit in there. This is a leather one. It's a little, got a little bit bigger edge, a little bit kind of different back. But that one also fits in the album storage fab file. So of the 3 brands that I have, they all fit in here. And then I have ring, 3 ring, and that fits in the 3 ring album fab file. So, and that would be the major difference. I'm not sure. I don't think Creative Memories has changed their size.
Rowan says they haven't changed sizes in almost 15 years.
Okay.
Creative Memories consultant here.
Okay, good. So yeah, so your Creative Memories album should fit in the album storage fab file. Again, scrapbook.com has it in the US. If you're looking in the US, if it's in stock in the US, they stock everything. If it's not live on our website. Now, again, there's a lot of transition happening. Our goal is to have all the US stock that we have on the Totally Tiffany website by National Scrapbook Day. So every day, more and more stuff gets updated in there. So hopefully that'll be a done deal sooner than later. All right, let's see. Laura Granite, what buddy bag would you use for flower forming statements? I have a lot of them. I'm guessing they're pretty small, right? If you give me, it's always about dimension, but my gut reaction is going to be the Dawn Buddy Bag because she's got that adjustable height, right? So I don't know how tall those are. But the thing about Dawn is, these are too tall, so I'm going to pull those little boxes out. If you have shorter things, right? So the boxes in the Dawn Buddy Bag are only, they're 2.5 inches tall. So if you don't have tall stuff in your boxes, you can pull the lid down over the top like that, and it becomes a shorter bag. And then you could use each of those 4 little containers for holding those stamen. If I don't do flower forming, so I'm just sort of imagining the little wires with the little colored ends on them is what we're talking about. If not, again, just give me a bit more info if I'm totally off base, and I'll try to help you with that way. If they come in sort of a little package or something too, where they would you could keep them organized that way, then maybe even the Shelly bag, but without having them to hand and knowing exactly the height, my gut reaction to that is that the Dawn Buddy Bag would be a great organizer for those things. All right, let's see. Deborah Panner says, if you revise the small square bag, could you make it a 1/4 inch wider? Can get 5 to 6 charm packs in them, but corners don't lay flat. Thanks. Yes. I think there's going to be some stuff with the zip and store bags that gets adjusted kind of all around as we get them out in the marketplace so that they fit things a little bit better or a little bit more kind of tailored to things like, are they do they specifically hold quilting supplies? Do they specifically hold paper? Of course, I'm knocking around an 8x8 version of that, an 8.5x11 version, a 12x12 version. So things that are kind of more in kind of our standard scope, and then looking at the quilting products as well for what might work best with those. So originally those bags were designed at that height and those dimensions to fit in the Crafter's Companion portable craft room, which is why they're dimensionalized the way they are. Let's see. As we go back through here. Debbie Haxer says, ideas for storing TSL puffy stickers and embellishments. I have some of Stephanie's Stamps of Life puffy stickers. I'm thinking probably the Sue bag would be a good place to put them. I don't, again, without the dimensions. So I think her products come in a variety of different sizes, but I think the Sue bag is probably a great, I mean, actually have one. Let me step over here and make sure that I do have a lot of Stephanie's stuff that I use for designing. So I have a little stash of it here. Let's see if I have stickers in here. I think so. So she's got a lot of little puffy. There we go. So if we're talking about like this size, yeah, these are kind of all, that card's a little bit bigger. So here's, I know, I'm gonna email Stephanie and say, hey, let's make these all the same and let's make them fit in the, oh, you know what else they might fit? In the 2-drawer storage and supply case. See if I have an empty one right here. I do. Maybe they're going to be a little bit long for that. Oh no. So
somebody says they have the puppies in a Karen bag.
2-drawer storage and supply case. Karen buddy bag. I have an empty one. It's easier if I don't make as big a mess. I always try to keep an empty of each bag under here, and then it ends up getting filled up with something. So here's Karen. So Karen will fit this puppy. Well, and if you take them out of the package, yeah, that's probably, so, well, here's what I would do. Ha. So one of the things about dimensional stickers like puffy stickers, Susie, can you grab me a pair of scissors, please? They're probably the closest ones are probably left, sorry. One shelf up. This way, cutting supplies. It says cutting tools. There you go. Those are my Crafter's Companion sewing scissors, and I love them. So if you have something like this, right? Stephanie doesn't have any labeling on her package that's relevant. You can just cut the top off, and then you can leave it in this protective sleeve so that so as you're sliding it in and out, puffy stickers, anything with dimension is going to get hung up on other things. And then you can store them this way. If you're using the Karen bag, that's going to work. If you go vertical, you might be able to get them in the Sue bag also. But that's what I would recommend, cutting the tops off, and then you can go by theme, by color, whatever it is, right? Valentine's Day, right? And then that would work perfectly. So Karen's a great suggestion. Sue might also be a good suggestion. Let's take a look at the Sue bag. And I think I have a Sue right here in Stephanie's pink color. If you like pink, you could get Stephanie's pink. Yeah, and those would fit in there. Just cut the top off. And then you have a nice little pocket to store them in. Right? And you could even use like shut your flap tabs to label them to create that file, right? So if you had, like these are Valentine's Day, right? Or hearts, or however you store your heart things. I always put mine under Valentine's Day. And then I'm just going to do it. Cut the top off. Now I've got these nice little pockets, and I can just take a shut your flap tab and label it, you know, Valentine's Day. If these were Christmas, I put a tab here, Christmas, and then I can create my own little file system for just Stephanie's puppy stickers. So hope that helps. Nah, look at the mess. It's always a mess. And if you want buddy bags in other colors than black, Stephanie is the sole provider of those at this point. So she's got a variety of bags in a variety of colors. Not all bags in all colors, but she does have a mix of them.
Okay, question for you.
Okay.
Susan, go to about Susan. She is saying I have a 9 Spectrum Noir glitter paste. I need to store.
9 Spectrum Noir glitter paste. Where are we going to put those? So I think you can get 6.
Wait, go back for a second. Which bag was that you just had?
Sue.
Okay.
This is Sue.
Somebody was asking that where you got
Sue.
super right.
Right. Like which one? Okay, what a mess. 9, Spectrum Noir glitter paste. And I just had so you can get, I believe, 12 Spectrum Noir. I can't believe I don't see it. Oh, here it is. It's going the wrong way. That's why it's backwards. So this is the Chastity Bunny bag, probably out of stock. And you can put up to 12 in the Chastity Bunny bag. I think you can only get, well, you might be able to get 9 in a Merle or Edna bag. So let's check. So this is Merle. She and Edna are the same size. Difference between the two, of course, is the ear flaps at the end. So there's 3, and I bet you're only going to be able to get 8. Let's see.
Chastity is out of stock on the website.
Yeah, 8. Yeah, you can only get 8 in the Edna or Merle bag, but you can get 12 in the Chastity bag. So I don't, that's a tweener. I think what that means is you need to buy 3 more colors of glitter paste, and then you'll be able to fill your Chastity bag that way. All right. Chastity is probably, yeah, out of stock everywhere. All right. Some things I do know are out of stock. Chastity, and I think Faylene's back now, though. The new stuff kind of comes in and goes out so fast. If we release something new and you think it's something that you are going to want in the near future, always pick it up right away because the new stuff comes in and goes out. Doris Kilbane said, can I combine 2 of the box inserts from the Stephanie bag into one? When my blending brushes and domed foam daubers will fit nicely in half, can I combine 2? Sure. Just 2 of the... Oh, can I? Sure. Sure you can. Sure. Okay. Look at me. Trying to... Can I combine 2 of the boxes in the Stephanie bag into one? Am I following you? So you want these 2 to be one big open box, so you can store your other things in there. I think probably possible. Might be ugly, but it will probably work for what you want to do.
Get the duct tape out.
I know. Little duct tape, maybe some washi, maybe some fancy, we'll use up some of that washi tape. Okay, so basically, what are we going to do here? Sure, you could totally do it. I mean, you just have to cut this side off. Yeah, I mean, you could do it. It's just going to require cutting some sides off the back. And here's what I'm going to recommend before you start cutting stuff up that's hard to put back together. Cut a piece of paper that fits like the size. Maybe you're just going to trace these and cut it, and make sure that you're cutting off the right edges, and then you can connect them together, and that would give you one big box in the middle. So sure, I don't see why not. Just plastic. So it might be ugly, a little duct tape, like Susie said, or some cute washi tape maybe, and you could create a box that was the perfect size. I love the idea. One of the things I've been encouraging the development team to do is to create just boxes like these that would fit in a variety of different places. With these inks smell funny. Whew. I'm getting high over here. So that you can use them in other places, in other drawers, whatever, and just having them available separately. So if you think that's a good idea, let me know, and maybe I'll work a little bit harder. I'll push a little bit harder on that as we're developing new stuff. All right. I'm not doing it good. I had this big fantasy that I was going to keep my workspace clean today as we went through Tuesday Live. Like, it's a goal.
Funny girl.
Question. What new zipper bag will 48 tri-blend markers fit in? They're not going to fit well in any of the zipper bags. The zipper bags are too big for just 48 markers. I mean, they don't. Yeah, I was trying to think. I think you're probably going to be better off with something like the Kirsten bag. I thought I had one here too that was loaded. That's not Kirsten. So this is the Sarah bag. But if we take a Kirsten bag, that might be a better. Let's see how many we can get in here. I need to write like a little cheat sheet for myself about how many markers fit in which bag, right? It's pretty common. Why can't I remember that? If everybody made their markers the same size, then my life would be a lot easier in terms of taxing my memory for things. You can see I move these guys around all the time. And I know I have, oh, this is Terry, right? So Terry has 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. So this is way more. I think this is 72. 48, huh? So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I don't know. Let's see. You're challenging my counting skills today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is like 50. So this is the Kirsten bag. So that's probably the best of any of the bags for. And then again, if you want,
you have a little room and you buy another one.
You have a little.
You know you're gonna buy more.
That's right. So you can store this flat. You can stand it up while you're using it. In terms of the zipper bags, the small square is too small. The large square is going to be huge around that many bags, around that many markers. The large rectangle is too long, also small rectangle. Small rectangle, you're going to have a lot of extra space in it, but you could use the small rectangle. It would hold 48 and just have a lot of, the small rectangle. There's the large rectangle, which is 20, and the small, which is 10 and a half. So if you're going to use one of them, probably the small rectangle would be best, but you're still going to have lots of extra room. The other thing I don't like about using those bags for marker storage is you have to dig through to look at all the colors, right? So if you're using a buddy bag, you can see all the colors and get to all the colors, right? And the lids. Open. Oh, yeah. What did I say, Kirsten? This is Katie.
Okay.
This is Katie. Kirsten is the Karen's shape bag. Sorry. Yes, this is Katie. Good. Thank you for correcting me. This is Katie. So with the zipper bags, everything that you have in there is, you have to kind of dig through it to get to it, right? Things are not standing up. They're not vertical to get, accessibility is a little bit different, which is why I kind of, when I showed them, like, loaded up with tools, because you're going to kind of have to rummage through, like, you can see all of them, like all those hot tools that were in the one I demoed with. But for markers, I definitely wouldn't recommend any of them, because you got to dig through to find it. All right. Got anything else over there, Suze? Oh, I forgot to say this. I need to put a note on the camera. We give away a $25 gift certificate every week. So, and the way you get in the drawing for the gift certificate is to ask a question or make a comment or just get your name in the feed. And then Leanne throws all those names in and picks one out at the end. And that's how we give away the $25 gift certificate. So if you want to win, you have to comment in the feed. And we do that right before 10 o'clock, before wrap up. So if you want to get in on that, now is the time. Den Hughes says, how many Easy Zip store large square bags drop it into a lowest tote. Lowest tote, you're probably going to get, it depends, because the thing about the zip and store bags is they're crushable, right? So I guess if you had them full, and what you're putting in them, you're probably going to get across, they're 4 inches deep, that's 13 inches, 10 by 13. The large square is 10.5 by 4. So you're probably going to get 3 of them if they're fully loaded across. Probably going to be my best guess. They're 10 inches tall, 10.5 inches tall. Yeah, and 4 inches. So, but again, you have that like 13-inch of depth in that bag. So if you only fill, because they're not like buddy bags, right? So buddy bags have a defined, because we have the inner box, everything stands up, everything stays neat, nice, like vertical that way. With these, and the width is always the same. But with the zip and store, because there's no interior box, if you only have 2 inches of stuff in a zip and store, the other thing is when you're talking about putting them in a lowest tote, everything's going to drop to the bottom of a zip and store bag, right? So the bottom might be bulging out with stuff because there's no tray on the inside. So depending on what's in there is going to make the difference. But let's just say you filled them to max size, which is 4 inches deep, 10 inches tall. You would get 3 because the lowest tote is 13 inches across, right? So you'd be able to get 3 in there if they're full to the max, and a few more if they're not full.
I have some questions.
Okay, Susie has some questions.
Let me pull them all up here. Let's see. What buddy bag is best for colored pencils?
The Deborah buddy bag is best for colored pencils.
Okay, when will the paper cart be back in stock? Which you don't have the answer to.
I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. Why did I ask you that? Which bag works best for Catherine Pooler mini ink pads?
Catherine Pooler.
1 5/8 inch by 2 3/4 inch.
Catherine Pooler mini ink pads are the same size as these, which are the old Stephanie Bernard mini ink pads, if I'm correct. 1 5/8 by what did she say?
Oh, just that guy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is that. So this is the
1 5/8 by 2 3/4.
Yeah, we'll just. I have my little measure mat right here today. Let's just make sure I'm. Let's see. I got to go this way though because I can't subtract. So they're this size. This is the same as the Stephanie Bernard, the old Stephanie Bernard. I love these in the Shelly Buddy bag, and I've got 8 of them in there because I use this size pad. And they fit right in there with them as well. So I would go with the Shelly Buddy bag, and you can get 8 colors, 8 ink pads in the Shelly with the Catherine Pooler mini ink pads. Susan Shea says, have you considered an insert for the lowest bags to give them more upright support with paper kits, etc.? No, but I will tell you, Susan, one thing that works really, really great for that exact purpose is a vinyl roll organizer tray or a slide stash and store. So vinyl, why would I choose one or the other? Vinyl roll organizer trays are a little bit taller, right, than the slide stash and store, and they're narrower. So if you put one, I just failed miserably today at keeping my workspace clean right here. So I'm going to grab a lowest tote here.
Let's set more realistic goals.
Susie. Okay, so if you put your vinyl roll organizer in your lowest tote, it fits perfectly across, right? You can see straight across. And then you can use this to hold your paper upright, your page kits, all of that kind of stuff, right? It's going to work, obviously, for anything that's 12 by 13. So anything that's 12 by 12 is going to fit perfectly. But you can keep things straight up and down in there. And it allows you to segment off your lowest tote to be exactly what you want. So you could put a couple of the vinyl roll organizers in there if you need that much paper or page kit or that kind of stuff. But you could also choose, I don't know, maybe you want to take a bunch of lowest totes also. You could put one of those in there. And now you can see how you can start to keep everything vertical and accessible. And then you've got this more room over here. Maybe you're going to put another one in, or maybe you're just going to slide these two apart and put something standing up in the middle. So all of the slide stash and store fit in the lowest tote lengthwise as well. So I would go vinyl roll organizer tray to organize a lowest tote and keep thin things vertical, like paper kit, page kits, that type of thing. And then maybe you're going to go with something that's a little bit wider for something else. I think some of you have seen when I go to art class, I take all of my paint trays and put them in the bottom of the lowest tote, and my paints are upside down so I can see all the colors, and then I can just and everything's the same height, so I can put stuff on top, my brushes and my tool tower, namely, take that out and put on my workspace and still have all my paints, and I can just put that by my chair and pull the colors in and out that I need. So lowest tote using slide stash and store or vinyl roll organizers are going to give you that vertical organization that you want so that you can pull things in and out of your tote really, really easily when it's sitting next to your chair and when you're packing and all that kind of thing. So definitely, I would recommend the VRO. And so any of these things are going to be able to really help you customize or create, as you recommended, Susan, an insert for your lowest tote.
Ellen Graidman is asking, she said she ordered several of the new zipper bags and a hang-and-hold. She received the bags, but not the hang-and-hold. The hang-and-hold was crossed off the packing slip. Received no notification or refund.
Oh, hang-and-hold's probably shipping out of the U.S. So this is the crazy thing. This is why we're moving everything to the U.S. Her experience was that she got her zip and store bags and ordered a hang-and-hold, and the zip and store bags were in the package and the hang-and-hold was crossed off. And if you look at the SKU, it probably says the hang-and-hold SKU starts with a U.S., and that means it's going to ship out of the U.S. So those two things are going to come separately to you. So if they don't, or if something weird is going on, customer service at totally-tiffany.com, that's Leanne. And when you email Leanne, the more information you give her in the email, your order number, what the problem is, your address, your shipping address, anything like that you give her in the email makes it easier for her to run down what's going on too. So it's going to be a little bit faster for her to respond the more information she has to start with.
And hopefully soon that won't be an issue.
Yes, hopefully this soon will be all in good shape there. Kay Gott says, what's best bags for WOW embossing powders? How many does it hold? So WOW embossing powders. I have WOW. So these are WOW here. So this is the heat tool. These are the embossing powders. This is the 6-drawer storage and supply case. So they would also fit, if you have lots of them, you could fill this whole bag. I put mine in upside down so I can see what color they are. You could fill this whole bag with embossing powders. The trays pull in and out, right? You could keep your tool in there. I mean, you might have enough to fill the whole bag and not put your tool in there, but your heat tool, but everything WOW fits in the 12. They're also going to fit then in the smaller versions. So this is the drawer from the 2-drawer. If you were putting them in the 2-drawer, I got my Velcro connected here. You're going to probably get 2, 4, 6, probably 7. See, this is what always happens. And I spend the rest of the day putting things back together. That's what I need a fairy godmother to do, right? Put my things back after Tuesday Live. Okay, so I bet you could get another one. Let's see, 2, at least 2 more in there. 6, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So in the 2 drawer, you could get 36 embossing powders, right? So that's this, the 2 drawer storage and supply case. In this one, you could probably get, what did I say? That was 6, 12. Look at there's such a, I could just put them in neatly and then it'll be a lot easier. 15, 16, 17, 18. So you're going to get, this one, you're going to get 18, 36, probably 72 in the 12 by, in the 6 drawer. That's the 12 by 12 storage and supply case. Sometimes I get myself all confused about things. So I would say 2 drawer storage and supply case or 6 drawer storage and supply case. Now, there is a 2 drawer version of this also. The thing that I like about this is that there is more separation. So you can pull out just what you need versus just having 2 long drawers. However, depending on how much you use it, it might be better to have 2 long drawers. You just pull out the drawer and set it on the table, work out of it like a tray, put everything back, and then put it back in the bag. So I would go storage and supply case, and then from there, specific to your stash and how you use it would be my suggestion for that. And just slide them all back in there. I love these. I love the storage and supply cases. They're one of my most favorite things. I don't know. There's something about containing all your things in a very orderly way that makes me very happy, which is why I probably have the job that I have. All right. What else have you got, Suze?
Let's see. A lot of comments though for this drawing.
Oh, yeah. It's drawing time too.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. Yes. Maybe we should change the rules for the drawing comment to be, you have to ask a question or make a suggestion or something like that.
Carol Fletcher wants to know, is the 12 by 6 organizer coming back?
The 12 by 6 organizer, yes. I'm assuming that you're talking about this. Right? Yes, it will definitely be back. Yes, we just don't know when, but it's on order for sure. I know that for sure. I just talked about the importance of that. We sell a bazillion of them, so.
This is an interesting one. Moni64 says, did I receive the wrong slide stash in store? Size 5, EZ20, white slide in page, 3 inches wide by 6/8 high by 13.5 deep. Just because old packaging, new is pink and white.
I don't understand. Probably not. I mean, she's asking if she received the wrong product, but besides, yeah, you might want to send that to customer service. I'm not 100% sure. The packaging may have changed or the SKU. There's some weird things going on with SKUs now, too, where they're yeah. What number was it that she said?
No.
The 3?
Gotta find it. Size 5.
Oh, size 5. Yeah, nothing has changed in the sizing. So if you ordered a size 5, it's the right. I don't know. I guess if you compare the size of yours to the size on the website, I guess. But I haven't heard that the factory has made any mistakes in sizing. So if you ordered a 5, I'm sure that's what you have. It's probably just that the SKU is different. So, all right. Is it time to announce the winner? Is it time?
Oh, yeah, we're after 10.
Okay, everybody, just a quick reminder. Slide Stash and Store, 20% off this week, all week long. If you have questions about Slide Stash and Store, try to get them up in social media. I'll try to get them answered. Katie's keeping an eye on social media as well, so she'll try to get them answered for you also. If you have been using your Slide Stash and Store for something amazing and you want to share that, this is a great week to do it. Get it up on the Get Organized Challenge group or the Totally Tiffany Facebook page. Share with other people what you're using your Slide Stash and Store for. That'll be super fun to see what's going on there. Katie, I'm going to put up a post about something like that. If she didn't, I'm going to ask her to, because it would be fun to see what other people are doing. There is that funky little coupon tomorrow, 26% off the most expensive item in your cart. So take advantage of that. If you've got a day to wait to order your slide stash and store, you're going to save a little bit extra on that one thing. And then keep your eyes on your email for Friday, because it's a $5 Friday. And I promise you there are some really good things in the $5 Friday that are totally Tiffany this week. So you definitely don't want to miss that. All right, so this week's winner, Karen Middleton. You are this week's winner of the $25 gift certificate from Totally Tiffany. So please reach out to prizes with an S at crafterscompanion.com. That's prizes with an S at crafterscompanion.com, and they will get you all set up to get your prize. If you are not a member of Club Inspire, do that first, because they're going to load that $25 right into your Club Inspire account. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for bearing with us through our little bit of technical difficulties today and our weird microphone issues. Hopefully we'll get those all resolved before next Tuesday. Thanks so much. Have a great rest of your week.